Paris loves its tourists. That's the message these young multilingual ambassadors are trying to spread. Tourists shouldn't hesitate and just come to Paris. We'll help them find their bearings here at the Centre Pompidou and all the other sites. Paris is such a pleasant city and there are more and more of us to help visitors. Doing this makes me happy. Up to 500 of them will be deployed this year in an effort to kickstart tourism again, after visitor numbers plummeted by 2/3 last year. But the tourists who normally represent a large share of the city's visitors, people from Asia and the US, might be a bit longer in coming.
We
would like everybody to come back to Paris, but we are obviously aware that French and European tourists are likely to be the first ones back, as it's still easier for them to travel. Many hotels are trying to lure in the locals with special deals, with some luxury establishments offering discounts of up to 70%. But no offer will convince those already desperate to get out of the city. This French couple have chosen to go to higher ground, 50 kilometers north of the French capital. With this pandemic, people have understood that they needed to disconnect from reality. Such special offers aren't necessarily so important for me. We need to breathe and take a step back from work, especially as we've all been working from home for quite a while now. They are not the only ones who feel the urge to get out of the city bubble. Reservations at these cabins have skyrocketed. It's like people have flipped since the beginning of the COVID-19 crisis and realized that they needed nature to reconnect to who they are. We can't keep up with demand and are now planning to construct an additional 5 cabins by the end of next year. And yet, some might argue this is exactly the right time to visit Paris or other cities. Here at the Louvre, the world's biggest museum, foreigners make up 3/4 of visitors. But due to COVID-19 restrictions, many of these visitors from abroad are not showing up. That's why you can now even get tickets at short notice and visit world-famous works of art almost by yourself. What's true for the Louvre is true for other sites in the French capital. You no longer have to queue for hours. And that might be the most appealing tourist attraction of all.